Hello and welcome to the fourth episode. I want to talk about a bunch of things. Yesterday or the day before, I don't really remember, I read a comment in a post actually in Facebook about a woman that she told something like she's okay with not having kids, that being childless, not by choice. But I'm really hurry, I don't know why. So I read that post. She's okay being childless, not by choice, but she doesn't know what to do with her life now. And that struck me as something so odd, because I don't know, you have your whole life to try everything. So I didn't get it at first, and I kept thinking about it. A lot of people suggest travel. She didn't reply to any of those comments. I think, like me, she can't. I don't know why, but I don't like, in my case, I don't have the money. And even if I had the money, I don't know if my agoraphobia would let me travel constantly. And another woman signed like she can't travel also because she's sick. I don't know with what. But I want to address a lot of things that we can do because we are childless, so we don't have to hurry up or go to PTA, PT meetings, parents' meetings, and I do a lot of things. And it took me a while to find what I like, what I enjoy, what brings me happiness. And I tried a lot of things. And I think in our society is frowned upon to quit something. The thing that keep going, if you quit, you're a failure, just do it, and all those marketing things and those speeches people say. First of all, I quit trying to have kids because it wasn't happening. So I don't consider myself a failure for that. I think accepting that and moving on to another thing bring me peace, because I was trying to force something and I was so miserable because that something wasn't happening. So when I quit, I realized I could move on to other things, and I try a bunch. I I try to like do, I don't know how it's said. It's acrobatics in from the air, but the group wasn't for me, so I stopped going. And I don't consider that a failure because it's something that wasn't making me happy, and it was a waste of time and energy, and like I didn't want to be asking myself, what is wrong with you? Why don't you like these people? But I do so much. I have a lot of hobbies that a lot of them are like seasonal. Like now that spring is starting here, I do a lot of gardening because I like to grow my own food, like tomatoes and carrots and potatoes, um, that kind of stuff. Or I do a lot of DIY, DIY. I paint, I draw, I read, I write, I do handcrafts, I sew, I knit, I crochet. I don't do that all the time. Like I feel like drawing, I draw. I feel like knitting, I knit. But I'm not hung upon one thing and thinking that's all my life is. You can have something that keeps you happy every day, but you also can have things and hobbies and picks me up that are not a constant in your life. Yes, practice makes perfection, but I'm not trying to be perfect at them. I'm just looking and doing those things just to be happy with my life. And yeah, my plants die if I don't water them every day in summer. But if I don't crochet for 4 months, nothing happens. So why do we keep this pressure on of excel at something or doing everything all the time? I really don't get it. Don't get it. I am a curious person. I like to try things. But if I don't enjoy them, and even when I'm not harming anyone, I don't like harming anyone. But I quit. It's not like the world is going to end or somebody is going to die if I don't need a scarf. So it's weird for me in a sense to that fear of trying new things out. And if you don't like them, yeah, you don't like them. What else? What is that pressure we put on ourselves to have to figure the whole life? Life is change, and that is awesome actually. So maybe you're into, I don't know, pottery for a couple of years, and then you say, oh, I don't want to do pottery anymore. I'm going to move towards that. And that's also okay. Why why we keep having this perfection standard looking upon us when none of us is going to be perfect ever, no matter what? We are flawed. So yeah, that topic, I think it ran out. I mean, I think we are harsher to ourselves. Sometimes that matters because mothers can say, oh, I don't have time to keep my hobby, or I don't have time to do that. But we are kind of slapping the face with, you don't have anything to do because you're childless. And that's not the case. And even if that's the case and you have nothing to do, it's what you want to do. Nobody else is living your life. Nobody else is going to make you happy. Happiness comes from within, comes from what we think. And we think what we think mold our thoughts, our feelings, sorry. Our thoughts leads to our feelings and thoughts leads to our actions, and our actions leads to the life we're living. So it's okay. Try things. You don't have to travel. If you travel, great for you. Make sure you are enjoying it. That you're not traveling because you're supposed to travel, because everybody talks about how amazing traveling is. And linking that into something we were talking in a single women group, the one from Lucy Magerson, Thriving Solo. I absolutely can't pronounce her last name. I don't know why. The thing is, she's getting some trolls on Instagram, and what I feel is that people, those trolls and the people that tells you, oh, you didn't try harder, or why you're quitting this or that. Those people are incredibly unhappy because happy people don't meddle in anyone else's life. Because when I was a drama queen, I was judging and pointing fingers to everybody. And now I don't have time for that. Or even if I have time for that, it's like, okay, that person is making the best she can. So who am I to judge? Who am I to tell her or him they what to do, what happiness is? Uh, who am I to call them liars or quitters or failures? I don't care because I care about my happiness and people that are at least trying to be happy, at least working on that on themselves, on that mindset of I want to be happy. I don't know, I'm trying to search for a word that is not despite of, but it's like, yeah, being a mom and a wife doesn't it's not in my life. It didn't happen. I might be a wife someday in the future, but not a mom, and it's okay. I'm looking for the glimmers and the perks and the beauty in the world, in my life, everything that I have to be thankful for. And that includes things I enjoy doing, whether the rest of the world like them or not. Because I get a lot of comments like, you are touching the dirt with your bare hands and your skin is going to fall apart, and it's okay. I enjoy it. It makes me happy. And if they don't like them, I'm not forcing anybody to do the things I like. So I think if you are trying to be happy with your child's life and you get a lot of comments of you're not trying enough, or now that you are childless, you get those comments of what are you going to do with your life? Please, please look at that person or persons and remember they must be unhappy. Because even if it's your mom, she doesn't have the right to meddle in your happiness. She doesn't get the right to tell you what to do or how far you have to go with things. Because it's okay to change, it's okay to search, seek, and find what makes you happy. And it's a day to day process. It's not like, oh, I'm happy all the time. This is it. I'm there. Because life doesn't happen that way. We all have our upsides and our downsides, and it's okay to need a boost or need to search for another thing or go back to something you think, oh, I'm over this, and then you have to go back. It's okay. There's no recipe for the perfect life. So I think this episode is a bit of a ramble, but it's okay. I needed to share that, and I hope it helps you. And that's my only hope, that at least I can help one person in this life to be happy. as she wants, just as she wants. No, because me or anyone else tells her what to do or how she should be happy. But